योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
Dr. S.K. Nagarajan from Annamalai University, presenting for the online refresher course in Commerce and Management. First of all, let me thank the UGC HRDC Center of Gujarat University for giving me this opportunity, and I specifically thank all the coordinators, organizers, vice chancellor, administrative staff of the universities for giving me this opportunity. I also welcome the participants of this program through this online mode. So thanks for the Corona for making us to learn using this online mode and making this as a successful process. The topic for discussion today is that human values, ethics and leadership. Few of you may be already familiar with all this topic, and few of you may be already handling classes, sessions on this. This is a program where faculties are motivated, encouraged to enhance their knowledge, to develop their skills in order to transform the knowledge to the society and to the students at large. So UGC has taken a very good effort. I thank UGC for giving me an opportunity to attend such programs, because in my professional career I have attended orientation course, refresher course, short-term courses, and till now, apart from mandatory requirements, once when we enhance our skills continuously, we can compete in the current environment. So all the participants who came forward to attend this program, I personally invite you all and hope that this session will add value to you and definitely will be of future use to you also in the coming days. We already introduced a short profile of me, just to have an idea. I am basically a computer science graduate, worked as a programmer for a few years, and then changed my profession into teaching research process. I thank the managers, executives who has guided me during this process, because even on the software development, I was on the software training and software implementation side. So it is a coordination between the developer and the users. So they identified my skill, and later I changed my profession into a full-time teaching. And I thank my university authorities for giving me such an opportunity to work in Annamalai University for the past 21 years. Also, I got an opportunity to work at Tamil Nadu Police Academy to train young police officers, directly recruited officers, field level officers, IPS officers in the field of management, the field of police station management, stress management, work ethics. Because that's entirely different. After going over there, I learned a lot. Cyber crime, cyber security, all those areas. And as an academic part, we have to publish national and international papers. So we are also doing on that line. People, those who are interested, are always welcome to join and collaborate, because now they are asking for more collaboration projects. So the agenda of the day. So this session is going to have a small outline or small briefing about how the education has changed now. You all might be familiar with that, just to have an idea of that. What is the expectation and what is the reality? What is the expectation? What people expect, what students expect, and what is the reality happening? And everything at the end of the day people are looking for happiness. Whether that is a happy learning. At the end of the session, if you are happy and if you learn something out of this, I am very happy. Again, all these things, the value of the individual, the value of the program, the value of the course, the value of the time, everything to be enhanced. So the values are very much important, and we will have a short discussion on values also. Everything is possible only because of a very fantastic leadership. So all these things will come into effort if there is a proper leader. Even though that is a separate area for discussion, but we will just throw highlights into how the leadership activities are being changed during and these corona days and after these post-corona days. So actually there are a lot of studies published in leadership before corona, during corona and after corona, because there are a lot of changes happening. That's what we say. The world is always permanently looking into change. So what is the definition of success and how people can be successful? Because a lot of people nowadays have different type of stress. Because people have a culture of moving away from house, mingling with the society, mixing up with other people, sharing their knowledge and sharing this enhanced process. But now this lockdown has changed us. We are now hearing terms of quarantine, so people to be isolated, people to be quarantined. So the freedom of the individuals are being now redefined, restructured according to the current situation. So coming to our topic, the teaching learning process. Previously we say mobile phones are not allowed inside the class. Now mobile phones become the class. We are not here to discuss what is right and what is wrong, but kindly understand the fact is that if anything adds value to the existing body of knowledge, it is most welcomed. That's what even on the research process we give significant importance to review of literature. So what this review of literature says, it will give us a broader idea of what is the research already done. Today there are extensive research taking place in ROL itself, the bibliometric analysis. Library science faculty members, library science researchers is very much focused into how research are progressing, what are all the areas of research. Because the research in science is entirely different, the research in arts is entirely different. Nowadays, the field of management is now moving towards science. Few institutes are offering MS in management. Future maybe technology management is revolutioning, MTech in management may also come, but again, the core concept of management, the core concept of commerce, the core concept of economics, philosophy will not change. The whole process here is the knowledge thus gained to be transformed in such a way. So what actually knowledge we mean? It is not the technical knowledge, it is not only the subject knowledge, it is not only the questioning knowledge, it is not only the answering of the question. When you look into the current scenario, when I ask my student, you answer this question, they say, sir, give me choice. Because of this online class now, to make the evaluation automated, to make the evaluation process. So government is working, extensive reforms are coming in educational sector. The education system to be revamped, restructured, the evaluation pattern, the examination pattern. But again, all these things, the skill set of the learner, that is the most important part. And we always go for MCQ, the learner may lose the capacity of elaborating things. See, we need more innovation. We need more innovation to come. We are expecting innovations. Not only for evaluation. Can you understand? It is not only for evaluation, or not only to get a certificate, or not only to get a degree, or not only to get a accreditation process. Because nowadays everywhere competition arises. So everyone wants to display with various varieties of certification, accreditation and all this process. But apart from that, the core value, what our students deliver to the society is more important. So the traditional form of learning is being shifted, because the whole world, we are very thankful to all the leaders across the globe that the student learning community should not get disturbed due to the current situation, and hence the education system has to move ahead, has to go forward. So what are the best methods of moving forward? So all professionals have put their efforts, and without wasting the learner's time, without wasting the younger generation time, now they are moving forward. But moving forward with greater learning is the most important part. As I told you earlier, learning means learning is not only on the subject matter. Anyone can learn a subject if the person is individually interested. What is the core concept missing today is the professional ethics. Whether ethics can be taught. It's a very, very great question mark. Because what is right cannot be defined. What is right today may be wrong tomorrow, because the society has understands certain terms and conditions. Whatever the society derives is right. No. We need strong leaders who has to think for the benefit of the society and make the society to move forward. This is what the whole world is looking for. We cannot say this is right, this is wrong, because this is not a choose the best answer or choose the correct answer. So it is based on the value of the society. When Britishers came to India, they are surprised how this system is working, how these people generate revenue, and what is the methodology they follow. The youngsters today are not at all, or very much not showing interest to learn the history of the country, the history of the family, the history of the business, because they think that that subject is not at all going to of use. It is one of the saying that the review of this business will be really adding value for them to move forward. In olden days, people say, don't live in a village or don't live in a place where there are no temples. Because the whole system in India runs with the core concept of temple management, because all the income, revenues generated, the part of the income will go to the temple, like we are sharing our profit to the temple for the benefit of the people. Those who are not in a position to survive can go to the temple and get their required basic minimum things for their survival. What happened later? Later professionally homes are being generated, but again homes are money making business nowadays. Because the people of old age think they are not in a position to be taken care. So there are new units formed in the form of homes. This is a modern traditional change that is happening in the society. There are a lot of things which the people are looking for. So once when you search in the net, what are the happy places in the world? The existing data shows that these are all the 4 places where people live happily. These are all the top 4 places. Soon India will also be listed in this. What are the criteria for measuring this happiness? It varies. You can just check on the web and get your details. So here, whatever you learn, whatever we earn, whatever we share, at the end of the day, if you feel happy and if you are happy, if you make others happy, if you make the world happy, the whole meaning of life is become meaningful. That's what they say. Always teachers create the society. Teachers create the society because the next generation is being shaped in the classrooms. The next generations are shaped in the classrooms. So what we give to the people in the classroom is being transformed to the society. So where examination is a process, evaluation is a process, testing the leadership skill is a process, making them to organize events, functions is a process. So every potential learner is being tuned for a specific period in order to compete for the society in the days to come. So here, as said by Steve Jobs, okay, teachers, specifically faculty members, have to be very smart, and no one can dictate us what is the method of teaching. There are various methods of teaching. There are various methods of transforming knowledge. There are various methods of tuning a student into a good person to the society, and it is in the hands of the teacher to make this really happen. What is expected from the course is given. The course is allotted to the faculty members. Only knowledge to be transferred? No. The professional knowledge should be transferred ethically. Even UGC AICTE says that have few sessions, ethical sessions, moral sessions, at least for 5 minutes for every class. So, people, learners sometimes may get bored. So go out of the subject and teach them morality. All the cyber crimes in the world nowadays, today happening is because of the low moral, the low ethics. Because people want to make short-term money without work. So this is being misused by criminals. So they give us a small money and get their money hold back, because there is nothing free in the world. There is nothing free in the world. It means everything is priced? No. There are few things which are available. But it is the responsibility of the individual to categorize what is required, what is not required. So here, the smart way of looking into all the opportunities. It is not what we are talking about using of technology. Even I am very happy to see that I have 10 years before, I done my faculty development program at IIM Ahmedabad. I had an opportunity to visit Gujarat, Ahmedabad. But again, I got an opportunity, but because of the technology, now I am missing it. If the same program is done by offline mode, definitely I will travel and I will meet all you people in person. But anyhow, now technology has given us an opportunity to share our ideas and thoughts without traveling and without taking risk. So there are both sides of the coin. There are advantages as well as disadvantages into all these aspects. So what we are talking on the human values. Can you please say what to do and what not to do? Say for example, in one of my class, my research scholar who is highly involved into the classroom always asks question. Whether asking question is always right, few people don't like it. Once when you write the topic on the board, then you will start asking question. Because the person is having a skill of questioning ability. So now it is the assumption made that whether questioning is right or questioning is wrong varies from individual to individual. There are no predefined assumptions. We have to accept the things as it is. Once when you start accepting things as it is, always it is very easy to get self-realized and to be honest, live with the society and move along with the society. Even my friend faculty member says that why few students are very closely associated with the few faculty members and why not they are not comfortable with other faculty members. We identify certain criteria. The relationship is built not only because of the knowledge. The knowledge gives respect. That's fine. But to what extent we share our knowledge, what is the process of sharing the knowledge, what is the methodology adopted to share the knowledge, and how these learning process is making comfortable. That is the most important part. Because we are all human beings. We are all not machines. Like switch on and switch off, it cannot work. So there are varying options which decides our learning process. Psychologists understand the mindset of the individual and give inputs accordingly. Nowadays there are a lot of counseling centers required. Why number of suicide cases are getting increased? Because people do not have tolerance. If the younger generation, if a student fails, he or she is not ready to accept it. I attended few programs, online programs, and in few online quiz I failed. Because online needs higher focus, higher concentration and high level of determination. Yes, you all might agree. The process of undergoing all these things in online, but the greatest advantage is you can view this process any number of times. Whether it is going to add the same value? No. The values are going to be different. Because the individual learnings are going to be different. Here, self-acceptance is the most important part, and the law of natural law and self-empowerment is the learning process which takes place globally. Our responsibility is to make the person to think on clarity. In the today's world, we are being overloaded with information. The reading ability of the individuals is now getting decreased. I don't know how many of you have come across such research, right? The print media, people reading books, the usage of library. So government wants to establish more library. Digital library is welcomed, but again, to what extent it really adds value? We thank the government of Tamil Nadu for giving us a project on measuring the effectiveness of e-learning. We have taken a major project. The project is on. I am one of the co-PA for the project. Because continuous online classes, how many hours a student can listen? And how many hours he or she can listen effectively? Now, the responsibility is more on the faculty members. They are forced to give notes. They are forced to give the PowerPoint. Now students are saying, sir, you send me the notes, you send me the PowerPoint. Online examination is on, I will take care, you don't know. New techniques are being adopted in online methods. Every institute, every university is having its own style, its own pattern. So how to scan and send the answer scripts. Few institutes are going for real, fully online. Few people are going for quasi-online. So this technology period has gave us a clarity. But again, how much value all these things are added. Today, every state is fighting for their share of oxygen. See, in olden days, our grandfathers said, "Have planted trees." And even on our school projects, we plant trees, we grow trees, and we grow along with the trees. But nowadays, what is happening is, lot of trees are being cut for various commercial and other purpose. Lot of buildings came in. So to inhale good oxygen becomes a difficult part nowadays. Oxygen is being sold, air is being sold. Everything is now being sold. If this is the case, how human beings are going to survive? Actually, air is free. If you move to a village environment, you can see how people lead a comfortable life without technology. Whether technology is giving us comfort or technology is giving us confusion or technology is giving us problem. See, the roles are being redefined. Previously, we go to bank to do our financial transaction. Nowadays, few banks say if you come to bank, you have to pay us penalty. Because they say everything you do on online or everything you do on mobile, because it is your money, you have to take care. I am sure all of you might have some problem faced using the online transaction. Even though it is advantageous, I can do 24 hours, it's open. I transfer from my account to your account instantly. But if any one digit account number changes, bank will not take the responsibility. Now the responsibility is in the hands of the customer. Can you get your money back? There are a lot of procedures, there are a lot of formalities, lot of pressure you have to undergo, and in the middle process, if the technology disturbs you, again, bank will clearly say that your money will come back in 3 working days. But again, it is a very difficult task. What is the amount of pressure? What is the amount of tolerance you have during those processes? Now the responsibilities are being shifted. Can we be always alert? It's a very big question mark. But today it is the requirement that we have to be always alert. So what is happening into the education system now? Are we teaching our students, our scholars, the right way of thinking, the right way of doing, the right way of living? Today we are here because of the role models we have, because of the good teachers we have, and because of the professional ethics what we have. Thanks to our seniors and thanks to our forefathers who has given us a right direction of leading a life. Everything cannot be converted into numbers. There are certain things which cannot be converted into numbers. Say, during our days, we have not heard a term plagiarism. Nowadays, to submit a research, even to submit a research paper, we have to do a plagiarism report. Because the research process is redefined. There are training programs happening on plagiarism. There are training programs happening on writing a research paper. I am surprised to see there are training programs happening to identify right journals. So what is right journal? Whether all journals listed in leading databases are right, we don't know. Because everything is commercialized. So what is happening now? The change in the focus, the change in the time, the change in the learning process, the change in the methodology, and all these things are very critical decisions which is happening. Why more cyber crimes are happening? Because more cyber users are now entered during these 2 years. When you look into the data, you can see that more cyber crimes, more bank frauds, more technology things are being reported. We are discussing about spywares. Whenever you download an app, they will ask you for access to your photos, access to your local SMS, access to all the memory in your mobile phone. So using a mobile phone is highly risky. Can I live without using a mobile phone? It is not possible today. I'm sure few faculty may be on a travel mode and just viewing this program. If you save time, that's fine, that is fantastic. But what is the risk? Lot of new programs like data analytics are coming in, whether the collected data is going to be used for a right purpose. If the data collected is using for a right purpose in the sense is value added to the society. It has to add value to the society. Say, collecting data in healthcare industry. What is the type of disease few people in those areas, few people in the country is having? There are a lot of analysis going on. So, if the data is identifying that this is the type of disease, these type of people are getting in this area, and there are plans going to be implemented that the medical plan is going to cover this disease, this is good for the society. Your business analytics idea says that you collect all the base data, you process that information, you go into the insight, you identify all this process, and came to a conclusion that this is what is going to happen. And using this information inside, if right decisions are being taken, it is highly welcomed. In the meantime, the reverse is also happening. If it is in the hands of a profit-making sector, they try to exclude this because that is the area where profit is paid. So doing all the basic data, the same data is analyzed, the same insight is got, but the decision is different. So here pictures in the concept of ethics. Whether the knowledge gained, the data collected, the information generated, the insight is used for what purpose? Previously, few years back, people are not much familiar about this patenting process. But now the SNAC process says that patenting is having a score. There are points for patent. So now people started moving towards patent. All research to be patented. There are a lot of difference of opinion on this process. We will also touch that what is professionally right. What is professionally right? Can I patent everything? Can I protect my knowledge? Few years back, when you write a good quality paper, the author is being paid. The author is being recognized. That's the current situation. Because of the publication competition, now authors are paying to the publishers. So there is a question of professionalism, the professional ethics, the professional way of doing it. So few people are grabbing the opportunity. So if you say, sir, this is not a right method, people say you do not know how to survive. It is survival of the fittest. So whether I want to run the race or not, it is up to the individual to decide. So here, the oscillation of decision making. Now you are on the bit of the wall. Now you have to decide what I have to do. What is the best way of making a decision? The basic ethical decision-making skills. These are the basic three ethical decision-making tests. Theoretically speaking, decision-making is very easy, but practically speaking, this is the toughest part. The decision once made cannot be changed. People can comment, people can criticize, people can pass their views, but the decision made is made, the decision is implemented, and the results are being seen, then only people started commenting. Can you understand? You can do all the past analysis, but I am taking decision for the future. So what is the amount of knowledge every individual is having is being decided on the type of decision the person is going to take. Here the concept of leadership comes. So the first basic thing, critical thinking test. You have to answer a set of questions. Whether this is good to the society, you have to think, you have to say yes or no. Whether this is going to yield the expected result, you have to say yes or no. All these questions are self-determined, self-enacted and self-decided, and we have to say yes or no, because there are few yes and there are few no's. We don't want to convert no to yes, and we are not into the process of thinking yes to no. Now we have to decide, there are so many yes, there are so many no's, now shall I go forward? This is the role of a leader. The second test, media test. Here, the question comes from the media. Why media? Because media is greatly reaching to the public. Whatever decision is being taken is going to affect not only me, it is going to affect all the people around me, those who are involved with me. If I am the CEO of the company, my decision is going to affect my company people. If I am a family leader, my decision is going to affect my family members. If I am a politician, my decision is going to affect all my people area. If I am the state chief minister, my decision is going to affect the state. If I am the prime minister, my decision is going to affect the country. So I have to take up a decision. You have to take a decision. And that is the gut test. If you have the capacity to say, this is what I decided because of this, and this is what is being done. Whether decisions can be changed later, decisions implemented can be fine-tuned from the existing point. You cannot go back and change the decision, because every decision has to be implemented. Once started implementing, it started giving you results. If the person thinks that it is not yielding the expected results or more results is expected, then fine tuning is possible only from that point, not from the previous point. So decisions are being crucial. See, a very fantastic example. Survey analyst, geologist may say that what is the point or where the water flow in the underground is there. The flow of water is being determined. In olden days, they follow certain techniques, they follow certain methods. The flow of water, because kindly understand why flow of water under the ground, where the human being cannot see. The human being cannot see, but you have to take up a decision. If you are going to have such decision takes place, you must have the capacity, you must have the skill, or you must have the skill of identifying the right person and using the person's skill in order to take up a decision. See, it is a surprise how the old people have identified areas where water flow will not affect the human being because of the land, what do you say, the mean sea level. Now we are saying MS. Old generation people, how they know? They constructed temples at higher level and they make the people to live around those places, but all these areas are not mostly affected by water due to rain. But nowadays, because of various changes in the land which the human beings are making, because of that the water flow is getting diverted. It is the need of the hour. We have to do it and we must do it. So what is the real purpose of doing all these processes? Everyone must have increasing the self-discipline. Why I am doing this? Because I have greater responsibility and I am responsible and I am the person in charge of doing this. So here we have to make every individual responsible at that level. Whether you have to take decision for others, no, we don't want. You take decision for you based upon your limits, you adjust and you understand and you live with people. That's what they say. You live with your family members, you live with a culture and you live with a, because all these things are related to the similarity of the people. So here, into all this process, when you look into all this process, you have a great opportunity to have a professional career. If you are a good human being, if you are a good human being, you are the need of the hour. See how much you care about others. Most of the people today have a different type of stress because of lockdown, because they are living with the same set of people. Fortunately, we have electricity, we have mobile, we have connectivity, we have television, we have other technology factors. We are happy. Assume that if we do not have all these things also, how people are going to survive. If tomorrow satellites are going to be disconnected, what is going to happen? Can anyone give guarantee that this will not happen? No, we don't know. So we have to have the joy of happiness. We have to think of others. We have to make others happy, because then only we can be happy of this. That is the role of all the religion. Faculty members from political science, population studies, psychology can have philosophy, they have religion study. They do extensive research on religion to understand the basic ethics, the basic things of the religion. How? Because it controls people. It gives the culture of the people. For what? Universally, we are all human beings. We have to live. Even though the language I speak, the language you speak, the language in foreign countries they speak is different, but a human being is a human being, and we are living here only to enjoy our life. It's a time we spend between the birth and the death. The process has to take place smoothly. The process has to undergo smoothly. That's how. A few of you might hear this story. The rich man and the boat painter. Just who are all not familiar with this, just to have an idea of what really ethics and leadership is. A rich man wanted to paint his boat, so he appointed a painter. When the painter paints the boat, he finds a small hole inside the boat. If he is a modern painter, he will not do the job because he says painting is my job, closing the hole is not my job. But the painter is professionally sound and professionally knowledge. Since the owner has gone out giving the task, the painter with his knowledge, we are not sure whether he is fully capable of doing it or not, but anyhow, to his knowledge, he closed the hole and he painted the boat, finished the task, he gone away. Next day, more than the agreement, more than the agreed money, the owner paid him huge sum of money. Because he is a rich person, he paid a huge sum of money because what happened is, since the boat was painted, it is so beautiful, the kids have taken the boat for a ride. Before the leader of the house came in, since the painting job is over, the kids wants to really enjoy boating, so they took the boat and they have gone for a ride. Since the hole is closed, they returned safely. The holes are not closed, imagine what might have happened. It is not only the agreement. Lot of reports are, very shocking reports are coming in. In India, the number of divorce cases is getting increased because the tolerance level is coming down. Why I want to adjust with another human being? It may be a male having the same ego, the female having the same ego. So it is a matter of ego. To what extent you compromise, you adjust with others, you adapt with others. It is the universal human values. We are not individuals. We are not individuals. The self is associated with the family, and every family is associated with the society at large with nature and existence. This is what the human values. If you understand the human value, at the end of the day you can understand every human being is one and the same, and we have equal things to survive, and we can lead a human life, peaceful life. Why we are fighting with each other? We have self-egos. We want to achieve our self-own goals. Achieving a goal is the responsibility of the individual, and it is the skill of the individual, but not competent with others. Never compare yourself with others. You have your own skill. If you achieve it, okay. If you are not achieving it, you try to correct yourself, enhance your skill, and do. Leadership is not only by position. Leadership is not by position, not by designation. There are a lot of leaders who achieved without position. What are all the threats? The culture is eradicating in the society. That is why nowadays, even in olden days, hope I think so, you might also agree on this. How to behave with others is a culture. And we give importance to ethics and values. But now this younger modern learning is ignoring everyone, those who are not agreeing my concept, the concept of tolerance. If you are not obeying, if you are not in a position to hear my class, to hear my ideas, to hear my views, I simply quit. It is not like switching off your television or making it mute. No. You have to accept that every individual is different and you have to accept the difference of opinion. Whether you agree it or not, it is up to the individuals. Whether you follow it or not, it is up to the individual. So here, looking into this process, we say whether the law are created for the people or people are created for the law. Sometimes laws are to be violated. Why? For the benefit of the society, we are fine-tuning the law. Changes in law is taking place. Few of you might have seen this graph. In the research we use this. The valley of death. The knowledge getting increased, the research and process development takes place. It transferred into the technology part. A new product is launched. And then what happens? It is the success of the product. Any business is successful, and again, when time moves on, the commercialization of the product, new product comes in and the existing product dies. So what is the research what we had done few years back may be outdated nowadays. So now we are looking into commercializing the research. It is not only the profit and loss. Like Abdul Kalam says, teach human values based skill. Few of his innovations he has not patented. Because he says, my innovation has to reach the people. He innovated few things like, say for example, for heart bypass surgery, the stents which we fix for bypass, he says that let it go to the public and it is for commercial use. Like that he identified low weight leg paralysis and low weight plastic like materials which is used for medical purpose. He says that let people go and use it. If I patented it, if I protect my ideas, it won't reach the public, and only people who have money or who have value on accessing those information will only use it. The world has recognized him. The world appreciates him. Because of his knowledge and because of the ethics, because of the human values, he always loved to have interaction with the college students, with the youngsters, with school students, and he is highly innovative in nature because of the values which he holds. All these values we can discuss for more than an hour. What is the real value of the education program? Are we teaching them ethically? Are we making them professionally fit? Are we making them psychologically fit? Are we making the learners to be professional on whatever they do. So these are all the relations between the individuals and the society. How the individual has to convert their skill and participation for a larger society. We have to move from individual thinking to the societal thinking. We have to move from family to the society. We have to move from our religion to the society at large, because every set of religion is living in the society. Every society, every religion is having certain values. So we have to adapt and adjust. We have to transform ourselves. The education has to really give value, and it has to be happiness for the human prosperity. Once when we move from this to that, the transformation takes place. We being from an animal looking into a self-respect, into a self-happiness, we move to happiness of others. What is the greatest happiness? When you make others smile, you are really happy. When you smile, you are happy. Whereas when you make others smile, you really become happy. You can see the joy of happiness. You can see the joy of happiness in other person's face, in other person's value. But now this is getting reduced. Try to create happiness among the youngsters. Try to create happiness. Even we are saying we don't have time for everything. Previously in our days, we had seen a lot of people, those who are saying they do not have time. Whether they do not have time, no, they are not ready to share the time. Rather than becoming a man of success, becoming a man of value is more important. Man of value means not having a huge sum of bank account, right? No. Tomorrow if technology goes off, your bank account sum will come zero. Today we are talking about a new Bitcoin currencies, modern technological currency. Who is the controlling body? The algorithm is the computing algorithm is a controlling mechanism. If the computing algorithm is cracked, everything will come to zero. So here, the entire problem is people who are having knowledge, people who are intelligent is always keeping quiet, and people who are stupid in the sense having less knowledge is having full of confidence, and they do everything as they wish. Charles Bukowski says, point out this. So it is our mistake. If you have knowledge, then you have to share it. How we are going to share, that is the important part. So how we are going to transfer this, this is the individual ethics comes in. Whether this is possible in online, extensive changes are taking place. Yeah, by using technology, you can learn the subject. But can you learn a human being? Can you learn a human being? Today doctors came on online. Doctor consultancy on online. But anyhow, every profession is going to have a physical human touch. Can you do the manufacturing industry, everything online? Can you eat online? Can you sleep on online? There are a lot of questions. So we are supposed to be accountable, and we are responsible for everything what we do. If your decision is yielding good results, you are responsible. If your decision has given you a wrong result, you are responsible. Because I had taken a decision, or on my behalf someone has taken a decision, and I have to take the responsibility because I gave permission to take decisions. So fine-tune the individuals and be respectable to this. First, change the mindset. We have to change our mind. Questioning is right, but Once when you ask a question, then you have to listen to the answer. There are few people nowadays who simply ask question and get away because my job is to question you. There are few people who only question, who never listens to the answer. So here, looking into this Industry 4.0 revolution, Industry 4.0, what it is saying that we are transforming the mechanical process and we are going into entirely the automation of technology process. You can browse this and learn. So here, what we are going to teach on these various types of ashrams. The Brahmacharya ashram, the Gitsas ashramam, the Vanaspati ashramam and the Sannyasa ashramam, where the process of learning and transformation takes place. How the concept of discipline is being taught at various levels. How you can detach yourself from others. So whether you are looking for quality or you are looking for price. Whether you are looking for high quality or you are looking for high price. Ethics is not covered into all these aspects. You are not at all focusing into all these parts, and it is a professional, honest behavior. It is a professional, honest behavior which we can say that it is understanding by ourselves, and it is the authority and it is the conduct of the individuals, and it becomes the duty and responsibility of the individual. One has to understand. We cannot give it on document. These are the things to do, and this is the method of following it. We are looking into the next level of leaderships. So here, what we are looking into is whether you are going to target your product into a user for a younger generation, or a product for few users, or a product for many users, or for whole generation. Say today the government is planning to ban certain games because games where win and lose will be there, and definitely there will be only one winner. The loser has to be appreciated. We enjoyed all those days, but nowadays what is happening with the young generation, they are not ready to accept the lose, so they play cricket only on mobile phone. They play cricket, and if the computer is going to win, they shut down and go because not ready to accept the failures. We have to teach them how they are going to be confident and how they are going to give us results. So to conclude this, so we are here to understand and identify different strategies for our betterment of the society and the learning process. We have to take up decisions based on the knowledge what we have, and we have to improve our knowledge. We have to improve our behavior, and we must be the qualities of change, and we have to be the role model for the youngsters. These are some of the books which you can refer if you are interested, and you can read, enjoy and learn from all these books. And at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is whether you are happy or not. I am sure that you all will be happy, and you will make others happy, and let us all make the society happy, and we will have a happy learning. So it is a wonderful opportunity for us to meet us virtually, and hope that you all have learned something out of this session. We will take this learning forward. We will keep in touch in the days to come. Sure that we all will meet soon virtually, and the current process will come to an end soon.